Hi, my name is Gina Martin. This is video one, part one of two for my midterm project for my Women in the Body course. Um, I am on vacation in California at Disneyland, so this is a hotel room. If you think my background might be a little strange, but we're having a good time. And there's some material that I've noticed being on vacation this week that um, serves well for some of the topics that I want to discuss for my midterm, so it works out well. But for the first topic, what I wanted to discuss is the social construction of the gendered body. So it's something that I've thought a lot about and have been learning a lot about since I've embarked on my women and gender study major a couple years ago. Not only just because I live it as a woman and one who works in the finance industry, in management, where the ranks are typically men, and inequities in between men and women are surrounding me, but now also because I am a single mother of a son. So now, which I know I talk about every time in my discussion posts, so some of you are probably tired of hearing about it, but it's actually what makes this topic much more important and personal to me, because it's no longer how people treat me or how I react to social construction, but I'm actually doing it. I'm creating a person who is going to impact others. And I take that seriously, and it's just very interesting to me of what I'm creating at the same time of what I'm learning and what I'm living. And so I'd like to talk about it a lot of how it's all integrated for me. But for this specific video, in terms of course materials, I wanted to touch base on the article from Unit 1 titled The Socially Constructed Body Insights from Feminist Theory by Judith Lorber and Patricia Yancey. There is a lot of material in here that is important and relevant, and I could talk for days about, but just wanted to cover some specific topics. The first being how the body is socially constructed for men. So it is no surprise that men are constructed to be powerful and dominant and in charge. So, they're the protectors. They're supposed to protect women and children, according to society and how we've constructed that. And so, what kind of body do you need to do that? You need muscles. You need to be athletic so that you can, protect and fight for what you're protecting. And be able to be aggressive, so you don't want to seem weak and that other people could dominate over you. So it's difficult for men to have that pressure, if you will, on them to have that type of body. That means focusing on weightlifting, being athletic. There's a lot of peer pressure, a lot of social pressure regarding that. One of the points that was made in the article is about, the male athletes who are taking steroids or other, performance enhancing drugs, because regardless of the side effects and the damage that it does to them, because it's more important for them to be seen as a powerful and important athlete than being healthy. And that's because of what society has constructed of what a man is supposed to be. At the same time, for women, it's the opposite. It's to be subservient to men. So women need to be what everybody else wants them to be. So we have to be desirable for men, but we have to be maternal and nurturing to be seen as a good potential mother for children. So we have to fit all different types of molds, but in today's society and environment, what that means for our bodies is typically thin waist, perfect size breast, not too big, not too small. And we are living and breathing that. We are having surgery to comply with it. So again, one of the other points made in the article that I found astounding is that 88% of cosmetic surgery is performed on women, mostly doing breast augmentation or some sort of facelift, or liposuction. So now 88% of what? I think it was, 66.9 million Americans in 2002. So that was 13 years ago. 6.9 million Americans got cosmetic surgery, 88% of them women. So that really makes the point of how social, construction, society creates the expectation for women and what they're supposed to look like. And, it's interesting. It's sort of a contradiction. I guess I'll use that word. So in most recent years, we've seen women become more powerful. And so some people think, there's not even, feminism doesn't even exist anymore. There's not a need for it because women are now equal, which you and I know isn't true, isn't the case. But there's these perceptions that it is because women are starting to enter into the spaces where they weren't before. So they are becoming powerful and being able to perform in, athletic spaces or in the military, and they are protecting and serving us. They are fighting for us. There's, all kinds of different examples of this, but while that is true, there's still that contradiction that woman is so great that she's doing those powerful things as long as she looks the way we want her to look. So I'm going to use an example, and it's going to be a silly one, but I can't help it. So I recently caught this series called Scandal, which I've never seen before, on Netflix. And it's about this high-powered attorney type woman in Washington who has a love affair with the president of the United States, but she is this powerful feminist woman. And smart and intelligent and equal to all the men around her. Well, as I'm watching this, I can't help but notice all of the different feminist references that are made, and I appreciate the effort and exposure put towards, how women should be valued in the situations that are happening. But she still looks like the typical woman that we want her to look like. She's still subservient to the man. She can't help herself but to fall. She wants to stand strong, but he desires her sexually, and no matter how angry she is with him, he always seems to win that battle. So it's just there's still that contradiction is the word that I like to use. But to sum it up, I just want to say that, while there are really great women doing really great things, and we should continue to support that no matter what they look like. And that's what we need to focus on, is that it's not what they look like, it's what they're doing. And we can all influence that. And if we're parents, we can help our children influence that, because that's how it's going to change, is to break the cycle. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed my video, and I will see you soon in part 2.